welcome to the main support program. Today we'll be discussing a question on numismatics. So let us first read the question. So the question says numismatics plays a key role in the reconstruction of history of ancient India. We have to elaborate. Now, the question is for 15 marks and we have to write the answer in 250 words, and the instruction word is given as elaborate. Now what does elaborate means? So you have to extend the statement in a way you have to give a detailed discussion on what the statement is saying. So numismatics plays a key role. The important keywords here is numismatics, a key role in reconstruction of history of ancient India. So ancient India and reconstruction of history of this ancient India. So how does numismatics plays important that we have to elaborate. Now the keywords we have understood, we have also understood the focus words over here. So what is the relevance of this kind of question? So if you analyze the previous year questions of ancient India, so in the previous year you have a question on the Gupta numismatics, Gupta coins, as do you notice any kind of the excellence, level of excellence that is reduced as the Guptas are declining? This was the question in 2017 mains examination. 2017 main examination, this was the question. And also you had a question that how Chinese and Arab travelers, we see many of the travelers, this is one of the main focus area of UPSC, whether it is preliminary examination or main examination. This Chinese and Arab travelers, every time there is a question on this travelers. So how their writings help in the reconstruction of history of India. So this was the question. So this reconstruction of history of ancient India, medieval India, on the basis of some kind of evidences, this is very important topic in our paper. So that is why we have taken a question of such way, a broader topic in a way, so that everything regarding numismatics will be covered over here. Now what should be the approach? First we will learn about the approach and what are some of the mistakes that an aspirant would do if certain questions are appearing in front of him. Now numismatics, what does it means? Now the meaning has to be very clearly understood, because you cannot write anything if you do not know the meaning of numismatics. Basically it is the study of coins. Numismatics is the study of coins. Now when you talk about reconstruction of history, what are the different elements or dimensions which are covered or which should be covered? See, first is the political life of the society over there. We should know the political elements. Then comes the part of your social element, social life. How was the religion at that life? How was the living standard of the people at that time? What were their dressing sense? What were they wearing on the head? Were there some kind of ornaments they're wearing? What are the practices they were doing after the birth? What were the practices they were doing after the death? Was there north south direction they were laying the bodies, burning? So how was the society at the time? Did they worship some kind of god or goddesses, animals, any natural being? So you talk about political history when you talk about the reconstruction of history, political life. You also talk about social life, and in social life you have a religious life. You also have your dressing style, that is customs. What are the festivals? What are the sports are they playing? What is the, was there some kind of music present at that time? So reconstruction of history, social may, music, dance, drama, everything. So art form, basically art form is something you are talking about over here. It comes music, it comes hobbies, it comes your instruments. So yes, these are part of your social life when we talk about the reconstruction of history. Now, also when we talk about the reconstruction, you also mean the economic life of people during that time. Economic life. Now, what do you mean by economic life? How the trade was there during that time? What was the occupation of the people during that time? What did they eat? Were there a kind of any industries present over there? So, trade element. Was there kind of agriculture present? Was there kind of any factory that was present? Factory system. What they used to eat. So, yes, these were the elements. How was the skill of the people over there? Skill of the people over there. What was the transportation like? What was the kind of a rupee or trade barter system was there, or was there kind of any economy that was formalized over there? So this kind of things are present when we talk about the reconstruction of history. So these elements can be used to draw any answer of such type. So even if the question is regarding instead of the coins over here, it is the literature. Even if it is any archaeological things, that is architecture, the caves. So how does it play to reconstruction of history? So these are the part of what you can reconstruct about the things. So yes, now let us move as to how a coin. So this is reconstruction. So on these lines, you can think that where the coins, or are the coin depicting any certain things from the elements we have discussed. So political history. Let us come to the political history. Were there any coins that were suggesting that yes, from the coins, can we infer some kind of political history? The answer is yes. If you analyze the coins of various dynasties, you see that there were certain kind of special features of certain dynasties. Indo-Greek, they had some different kind of coins. When you go to Guptas, different from the Indo-Greeks. You see the standard, the symbol that they used on the coins, they determine from which dynasty that was. So dynasty is something we come to know. Dynasty, do we know a chronology of that? Yes. So chronology is also something we know from coins. Chronology is something we know. You have the Indo-Greek coin. Indo-Greek coin से हमें पता चलता है कि एक राजा के बाद कौन सा राजा आता है. We also know regarding the particular date during which this king was ruling over that place. So we have the dates also. So इससे the political history is reconstructed. We also know that some certain patronage was given by that leader. So this is regarding the Indo-Greek coins. We know that. Now you see, on the Indo-Greek coins only, there are lot of Indian goddesses present on that. You have Vishnu. You have not on the Indo-Greek coin. You have Vishnu on the Gupta coin. So you have the Greek gods. You have the Indian gods that are present on the Indo-Greek coins. What does this mean? That religion, the type of religion they used to follow, the society that used to follow that time, we are able to know this from the coins itself. The Satvahans, they also had a number of coins. So, yes, dynasties are known. So, political history is known. Also, the social life. The Indo-Greek coin पे अगर हम जाते हैं तो we have certain images of the kings. They are wearing long kurtas, long long cloths. So we know about the social life also from the social life. In social life, the dressing sense, the dressing the dressing sense is known. The ornamentation is known. क्या पहनते थे. Now when you look towards the coin, अगर सिमिलर टाइप के कॉइन्स हमें बहुत एक जगह मिलते हैं तो व्हाट डज इट मीन्स देयर मे बी सम काइंड ऑफ एन इंडस्ट्री प्रेजेंट एट दैट टाइम. सो वी हैव सीन सम इंडस्ट्रीज. नाउ फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if a coin has of a particular area is found at a different place, very long place. So what does this mean? This means that there was some kind of a communication that was made between the two places. It may be trade, it may be उन्होंने हमला किया होगा, लूट के गए होंगे. So this kind of construction of history is done from the help of the coins over there. So you have trade element which can be established. You have yes, trade elements that can be established with the help of the coins over there. You also know regarding some coins which are in different shapes. Skills of the people. So skills of the people is also known from these coins. You have geographical extent of this political kingdoms. कि एक कॉइन अगर बहुत सारे कॉइन दूर दूर तक सेम जगह इंटेंसिटी से मिलते हैं तो यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट द किंगडम का एक्सटेंशन इज फॉर अ लार्जर एरिया. So this is something, see, these are some kind of inferences that we have been making. Now along with this, we have to be very sure that at least some of the examples you'll need to give in this example. Also Gupta coins का question आया था, right? The question on Gupta coins that was कि did you notice that as the decline of Gupta starts, there is also a decline in the quality of coins. So yes, this also elements you need to mention that there is something called as economy that can be reconstructed. Also economy की जब हम बात करते हैं, occupation की बात करते हैं, you see fish is a symbol of fish is on the Cholas coins. So you see the occupation of the Cholas is determined over there. So occupation, fishing. When you have the Samudragupta's coin, we see that Samudragupta is playing some kind of a veena over there. You see the presence of music over there, presence of instruments, presence of the idea that one can also have a hobby, the interest of that particular king. So hobby, you can write. So these are the points on which you can write your answer regarding the coins over here. Now just once we will go to the answer point here and understand that what kind of the introduction, the conclusion and the body part, if you're writing in a very structured way, how you will be able to write that. So when we come to the introduction part, so the question itself is talking about numismatics and reconstruction of history. So you need to tell what do you understand by numismatics. So numismatic is the study of coins. Tell it. And this is archaeology. So majority of the history can be reconstructed with the help of archaeological evidences. This also you need to mention that majority is archaeological evidences plays a vital role in reconstruction. Now understand that reconstruction you have to tell over here. What do you mean by reconstruction? That is why the examiner will understand that you have understood the topic over here. So mention that socio-political, religious, economic, cultural life of society in ancient India. This is something you need to mention. Now, reconstruction of history. So we have segmented this in political life, the socio-religious life, and the economic life. That is economic history. So in political life, we what are the different elements that we can reconstruct? The dates, symbols, images of the kings, that gives us information not only about the king but also about the dynasties, the time period, the extent of the kingdom. For example, the Indo-Greek coins as dates, images of the kings, as discussed earlier. Now come to the part of socio-religious life. The gods that were worshipped, the Indo-Greek coins as Greeks as well as Indian deities. This shows the assimilative nature of the dynasty. The Guptas had goddesses Lakshmi on it. You see, the deities, we know the religion, we know the type of sect that are present over there. Various hobbies. Samudragupta is playing Veena over there. So we understand that the music is present. Language, yes, this is one of the important points. The inscriptions are there on the coins. So you understand there was certain language that was spoken in the kingdom. Then you have dressings. Various coins have mentioned images of kings. These coins are used to know the society at that time, how the ornaments were. Now comes the economic history. The number of gold coins that shows how the rich the dynasty was. The quality which was degrading from the at the decline of the Gupta shows that at that time Gupta was not as that rich or popular as it was at the start. So we come to know about this. The other aspects, the occupation, as we have talked about, the fishing symbol on the cholas, the presence of metals, the metallurgy, the mineral which are present during that time. See, agar kahi pe kuch, if a coin with certain metallic character is found in a place in the central India which doesn't have the metallurgy present at that place, and if it has the metal that is originated from Afghanistan, so what do we understand? We understand that there was some kind of connection between these two places. Now the connection can be in terms of trade. So in terms of trade, in terms of कोई हमला करता है, कोई कुछ लूट के लेके जाता है. So, and even if someone is traveling for pilgrimage, someone is traveling for just by sent by an ambassador or something. So these are inferences based on the evidences which we are getting. Element of trade can also be reconstructed in the form of, in the presence of coins. So this is a very beautifully written answer. At times it becomes difficult, but yes, कभी कभी ये होता है कि एक ही कॉइन पे ओवरस्ट्रक कॉइन्स भी मिलते हैं. नाउ व्हाट डज इट मीन्स कि कहीं से कॉइन्स लूट के लेके आते हैं, उस पे रिकंस्ट्रक्ट, इट इज अगेन struck back. Sometimes the dynasty is repeated at the place. So this becomes difficult. This becomes difficult to reconstruct because such elements have also been seen in the archaeological evidences. So how to get to the conclusion part? Now conclusion part, here already you have been asked the impact of finding of the coins, that is how it can be helped in reconstruction, but you have to identify what was the problem over here. The problem was you're not getting authenticity, you're not able to tell yes this is the correct way. Will it be correct? Only when you are supplementing that coin ka study along with other sources. Other sources. Now, what are other sources? It can be other archaeological sources, other archaeological sources, or other literary sources. Literary sources. So yes, in the conclusion you can mention this part, that they have to be supplemented with other evidences as well. So this is how you can write your answer. Thank you.